President Donald Trump has routinely criticized Joe Biden's lack of ability to get things done during his term in office.
Why didn't you get it done? You had 8 years with Obama.
So let's go back and look at Biden's 8 years with the executive branch and how little he actually did.
I will well and faithfully discharge
the duties of the office on which I am about to enter.
the duties of the office upon which I'm about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God. Thank you, Mr.
Biden was sworn into office, and almost immediately investors began voting with their feet. The Dow Jones fell to lows in the 6,000s. Jobs were lost. Houses were lost. Dreams were destroyed. But Biden smiled for the cameras. The administration puts forth a multi-billion-dollar stimulus package and promised it would keep the unemployment rate below 8%. That year, unemployment shot up to 10%. We had the H1N1 pandemic. Masses of lives were lost. The media largely ignored it, and so did Joe Biden. Biden did nothing to change the crime bill he put into place in the 1990s. Even though the Dow came back to about 10,000, unemployment only fell to 9.5%. The stimulus did not do what it promised. Biden joked and laughed while homes were foreclosed and more people were feeling hopeless on job searches. The recovery summer we were promised never happened. Biden's administration is ineffective in finally putting the Great Recession to rest. Oh yeah, Biden did nothing to change the crime bill he put into place in the 1990s. People have begun to drop out of the workforce. The American middle class is dissolving. The unemployment rate is 9%. The term real unemployment is popularized to explain that the government is finagling the statistics. Biden still does nothing for the American people and still does nothing to change the crime bill he put into place in the 1990s. Unemployment falls only to 8%. Obama and Biden are up for re-election. Biden uses his convention speech to make this point.
4 years ago, a battered nation turned away from the failed policies of the past and turned to a leader who they knew would lift our nation out of the crisis. A journey we haven't finished yet.
A journey not finished yet? Now that's an understatement. The journey was supposed to be completed 2 years prior. Well, magically, unemployment statistics fell just before the election and he gets reelected. Oh yeah, and Biden still did nothing to change the crime bill he put into place in the 1990s. We find out the IRS has been targeting Biden's political enemies. Our trade deficit with communist China grows. Very little improvement on unemployment. Taxes, Obamacare, and overregulation are identified increasingly as job killers. Yet Biden just keeps smiling at photo ops. And you guessed it, he did nothing to change the crime bill he put into place in the 1990s. It's only now that some believe the Great Recession has finally become a thing of the past. Even that's up for debate. Americans have lost years fighting to recover their lives. ISIS grows overnight into a global threat. Americans fear North Korea. The Obama-Biden administration builds cages for immigrants. Political division grows. Racial division grows. And Biden continues smiling away. You guessed it, he did nothing to change the crime bill he put into place in the 1990s. Americans are becoming increasingly informed about the rise of opioid addiction taking lives and destroying families. Biden does nothing about it all year. He does nothing to change the crime bill he put into place in the 1990s. Biden smiles and jokes about his bromance with Obama as a mediocre presidency comes to an end. Americans are increasingly rejecting the status quo. Biden, again, did nothing to change the crime bill he put into place in the 1990s, and in November, his team lost. Looking back, we must say he pulled a great trick on America. 8 years of mugging for the camera, 8 years of misery for Americans, 8 years of doing nothing. For an explanation, we turn to the president.
You know why, Joe? Because you're all talk and no action.
All right.